On today's episode of the Jamaican cooking journey, I'll be sharing with you how I make my candied Jamaican sweet potatoes. But let me pause right here to say special thanks to my patrons. Post notification shout outs, they will be right up there. So I'll be preparing for you my way, my version of candied Jamaican sweet potatoes. So I have here small pot. I'm just gonna be making like 1 pound. Pepper potatoes are really heavy, like sweet potatoes, they're weighty. So this is 1 pound, and I'm gonna be putting on a little water. So let me enlighten you on my procedure. I'm gonna be cutting my potatoes, peeling them off, cutting them in about 1 inch cubes, or maybe 1.25 inch cubes, and I'll be blanching them off in the salt water. So I'll be putting on my water to let it come to a boil. That's the first thing. So leaving my water to come to a boil. In this skillet here, I'll be making like the little caramel thing or the little sauce thing to go to cook the potatoes. I don't know what's happening right here. So I'll be peeling off my potatoes. So this is the color of my sweet potato, more like a yellow belly. And you see this is a lot of like, this is a stain from it that causes it to oxidize. And remember, our sweet potatoes in Jamaica, they stain. Yeah, they're easy for oxidize. Peeling it off, skin peeling it off. So if you want to do, you can use your peeler. I'm not a fond of peelers. I'm a country girl. Yeah. So I'm going to be skin peeling it. It has been washed on the outside already. So you see how clean it is. So I won't wash it again. I'll just show you what I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to be moving really fast now because it oxidizes easy. I'm just going to be using a piece of lime, or you can use lemon. This is just to slow down the oxidizing process of it, because the water is not boiling as yet. So have here some cold water, and I'm going to just show you partially how I'll be cutting it for the pot. I think I have the wrong knife here. I remember these are really tough. Them tough Jamaican sweet potato, them tough. Like this. So our water is boiling. And you see me in the prior clip, I peel my potatoes and I use the lime juice to, you know, our Jamaican potatoes, they oxidize real easy. So you just use a little lime juice and leave them in a little cold water. And I say cold water, I mean just regular tap water. So there's a little salt in this water, and I'm leaving them in there. I've cut them in small cubes, and they are too. Our Jamaican sweet potatoes, they are really hard. Most of them are hard. So I'm going to leave them in there for about 3 minutes. They're going to be like partially cooked. I don't want them to be fully cooked. So I'm going to leave them in there, and that is why I say I'm going to sort of, you know, blanch them off. So I'll remove them from the water in the next clip, or when you see me in the next clip, I'll have them removed from the water. Then we're going to start. We are going to be working on our sauce in the next clip. Back at you, this is our partially cooked sweet potatoes, and let me show you. You don't want to let them cook all the way through because they are going to be cooked in the sauce, finished cooking in the sauce. So when you test them, you realize that they are not properly cooked. We are going to finish them in the sauce. We are going to leave them to air dry out. Now we are going to be making our sauce. Right here I have a 1/4 cup of some melted margarine, 1/3 cup of compact brown sugar. I have got here 3/4 cup of honey, and I have here 1 3/4 cups of freshly squeezed orange juice. Gonna be putting a little cinnamon powder, a little nutmeg, a little, this is my spice, some Jamaican red pepper powder, and I'm gonna be putting a little vanilla. You could put a little almond essence too. I might substitute the almond essence for it, and a pinch of salt to bring all those flavors together. Now, I was about to say something and it slipped me, but as I go along, I think I will remember. My heat is relatively high. My skillet is dried, and I'm going to be starting with my brown sugar. I'm going to be bringing, sort of caramelizing enough like that. We're not going to bring it dark as we are doing the browning. I'm going to scatter it all over. Remember, this is my original recipe. This is the recipe that I have put together to do my candied Jamaican sweet potatoes. Yes, I was telling you that the fruit juice, the pineapple juice, could be substituted with so much. We have got so much flavorful Jamaican fruits. You could use oranges, you could use passion, you could use guava, you could use guava pineapple, you could use so many fruits, and all of those are of yellow color and they are of different flavors. We have got so much Jamaican fruits. You could use your tangerine juice with that orange look. So take it, make it your own. We are going to be continuing with the process of making our little sauce. So you want to do your brown sugar, and just like this, you don't want to get it any darker, because on a browning we are make. Okay, so you see this, so let us get it to a paste like, and move your hand fast. This, you just want it to come to this extent because you're just looking for the flavor. Now you want to put in there some of your pineapple juice, and you just want to get it all swirled around right there. You see it's turning like a caramel thing. It's sticking up, but don't mind that. You're just gonna put your pineapple juice, and you're gonna just put a little at a time until you get it all liquid out back. You don't want to get the sugar too dark, eh? All right, so we're gonna do that, and it's gonna melt it up, and it's gonna come right back. This is the color we want to get. Okay, so it will stay right in there and just come right down to that. This is the color you want. You see that? We're gonna get this all melted out and come right back. So we have put in about 1 cup of our pineapple juice, and as it starts boiling. So don't mind if when you bring the sugar to that stage, if you see it gets a little crisp. But don't worry, as soon as you apply the pineapple juice and the heat takes it, it will all be dissolved. Now we are going to be putting in our melted margarine. So the sugar is all there. We're going to put in our little aromatics now. What is happening today? I'm going to be putting in 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. We don't want more than that. That's a small amount of stuff. We don't need a lot of that. Right here, 1/16 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. We don't want more than that in there because these things are strong, and they we're not doing a lot right there. There now, we are going to take a little dash of our pimento powder, or pimento or bird pepper powder. Let us get these powdery things dissolved, especially the cinnamon powder. It is really hard to dissolve, so you want to take care. Wow, it smells so nice, family. It smells so nice. You want to take care and make sure that you dissolve your cinnamon powder. It is the hardest thing, and these things are coming to a boil, and can I tell you, wow, they are smelling so good. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, okay, or the whatever I told you extract. Let it come to a boil, and don't forget a pinch of salt. Coming together, and with this simmering, now is the time to just drizzle in your honey. As you mix, you drizzle your honey and mix at a slow pace. boiling rapidly, but you want to try to taste. This is what you see, the color of it. This is the color you're gonna have. You want to taste, but remember the honey and the sugar is in there, so you want to make sure this thing is properly cool. You want to taste for your flavor that your candied sweet potatoes are gonna have. This is beautiful. There is a little bird pepper, that little slight, little, you know, that little spicy taste, and these little other aromatics. Now we have a little reserve, which is a 1/4 cup of pineapple juice, and we are gonna leave it in case we need it. We are gonna let this boil until it starts coming down, and when it starts reduce near to almost fully reduced, we're gonna add our potato pieces to this and leave it to just, you know, get so nice, come together, and then it's gonna be finished cooking in there. So when I come back or when I return, I'll show you at what point you had your potato pieces for them to be finished cooked, and then because they are halfway tender, they will absorb this sauce easier. Next clip. You see this? You know it's on the reducing, so you want to gently return your potato pieces now, and you're gonna, as soon as you do, you're gonna give them a gently stir in this thing. You want to stir them gently, and you want to let it stay there and continue, because remember the potatoes have extra moisture in there, so you have to let it stay on this high heat, and as it goes through, you're gonna come back, and then you're gonna lower your flame and let it just continue to sit in this right there. Okay, now family, we are at the point where we are almost ready to turn our flame off. You see that nice frothiness and everything. You see how the potatoes have changed to another color. I want to show you something. We are on a almost low heat. I want to show you now with our knife. You don't want to get them mushed, you know. You see our knife goes right down in the potatoes, and you see that juice dropping off there. Yeah, I want to tell you that we did add a little grated fresh ginger root. We had it here, but it slipped us. We're gonna turn our flame off right now. When we turn our flame off, just give it one more stir. Let it sit right in that juice there, and we're gonna leave it to cool down. And as it cools down, you see that juice? Look at that. Look at that. It will just start to hold the potato cubes together. When you see me next, these will be plated up just for you. So this is, it's cooled down somewhat, and we are going to be plating. So this is what the juice looks like. Let us plate for you. You got to take care how you do it. You don't want to get your potatoes mashed. You're not supposed to have the potatoes mashed. So we're going to finish boiling this up for you, and then we're going to be presenting to you. There you have it, my garnish. Just a little fresh thyme. Make sure it's fresh, not dried thyme. Fresh thyme leaves, not the stalks, just the leaves. This is my garnish. Family, I don't think I can hear, but I would love to taste it on the camera. But look here, this thing is too hot, so I'll just present. From my kitchen to yours, from my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your Christmas dinner table, and most of all to your palate, it is Jamaican sweet potato. It is Jamaican candied sweet potatoes. I did it just for you. Make sure you follow this recipe. Family, this thing is hot. But you know what happened? I can't wait. It's so hot. Make sure you follow this recipe to the T. If you're doing more, which I would expect, if for your Christmas dinner, you want to double up. I gave you everything in proportionate measurements, so you can double up, you can triple up, you can triple up, you can wide up. do it. Let me know. Remember to make sure you're subscribed. These videos, you got to thumbs them up. Remember to make sure that you watch the videos in its entirety. Make sure you let the ads run. This is just the beginning of our Christmas cooking. JAMMAS day number 2. That's how we do it. Thanks for watching.